What are you doing?
Just trying out a new way to jack things up.
Check the tool in the back, remember?
Is there a tool in the back?
I don't know. There was some interesting stuff. Turn it the other way. Yeah, there you go.
Oh. Yeah. Yep. That's good. Oh, that's like a doozy. Yeah, this thing's got a real good wheel bearing in it.
That is dope, dude.
Look how fast that's spinning. That's a good bearing.
How's she look under there? This is gonna be
Not so bad.
one of the first glimpses. Big that guy.
Turbo.
Oh yeah, that turbo. You've seen the commercial for it, right? And the guy goes, whistle toot, let's go. Ooh, ooh.
Tell me about the whistles.
The whistles got woo!
Early in the morning. Woo.
Wow. Oh, wow. We're getting into the shoulder a bit right there. Yeah, it's a little bit rustier than I thought it would be.
But is this part of the bumper or the body?
I think that's part of the bumper, maybe. I don't know. That's part of the body. I'll just cut that out. Huh? Definitely looks like it's got a rear main seal leak. If I had to guess. Definitely not coming from the turbos. The worst of it's the diff. And then like
the diff surface rust.
oh yeah, that's fine. We'll sandblast that or whatever. Media blast it. We can cut these out, dude.
Yeah,
That'll come out. We'll probably do a different fuel cell when we swap it. I don't know if that's like repairable. It looks pretty gonzoed. Wow, those fenders could use some rolling.
Yeah, cut them if anything. I could pull that off.
Yeah? Oh yeah. It really could be worse. That's not a big deal, I don't think. Oh, whistle tit. Whistle tit go. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
It's that woo woo!
Part of what we're gonna do today is start mapping out where the management is gonna be in the back here. I know what parts we're gonna be using. We'll show you later, but we're gonna be using some skinny seamless tanks, a 2nd gen VIAIR, the 485C compressors, the black ones. We will be relocating the battery to the rear somewhere and then just trying to get an idea of where management stuff is gonna live. That's part of what we're doing today. So we figured we're gonna get it on the lift. We're gonna do some work. Haven't seen underneath it. Now we have. We're pretty happy with it. It's a clean E30, which around here, if it's from Vermont or lived in Vermont for a long time and it hasn't been taken care of since it was clean. Yeah, good luck finding a clean E30 in New England. It's got brake ducts. That's pretty sweet. Sport package, baby.
You see that?
Literally, oh, we got an oil pan repair.
Won't be the first one.
No.
What do we see, Taylor?
Well, first of all, this little rusty spider nest looks like you got is that a spider? It's like a hornet or something. We found it interesting that there isn't really a good way to get to the other bolt on the back of this. So what we're gonna try to do right now is we got a new battery. Obviously, it's not gonna live here permanently. We just wanted to hook it up and verify that it worked. We're gonna relocate this battery somewhere in the rear of the car. That's where the management's gonna live and this battery as well. That's all the management for this thing. Thank you, Squirrel. Let's take a look at the management stuff and lay that stuff out. We've got some skinny seamless tanks, some dual 485C VIAIRs, and a 3P. Airlift Performance 3P. The seamless tanks are what? Seamless tank?
A bird, well a bird is a word,
Seamless tanks. from Seamless Tanks. These ones are the 28-inch long. I think they're 1 gallon each. I think they're 1 gallon each. We're gonna do something cool with these, some hard lines. We just want to figure out how we want to lay it out first. All right, so we're gonna figure out if we want to do it this way. I think this way might be better for like, we could still load stuff. The idea is to be able to like rest stuff
On them, yeah.
Unlike other management setups that are purely show, this is gonna be show and sweet.
Yeah.
Show and sweet.
Show and shine.
Show and shine, baby. All right, there we go.
You know, we should.
This is originally kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah. You want to do like wood?
Yeah, I was gonna do like maple.
Maple.
Vermont maple.
Yeah.
Local maple. Domestic. Air tank seamless baseball bat. I like them going this direction.
Yeah.
And then I like the compressors kind of like isolated over here like this. It's not a possible combination. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, just thinking out loud here. I don't know what I think about the layout. I kind of like this one. I'm just gonna figure out where I'm gonna put like the manifold and stuff.
Could use the spare wheel well for the time being.
True. We know this thing makes less than 100 horsepower. I did guess very accurately. 100 horsepower stock, and this is old. So when I call this a gutless piece of shit, I was totally right. Got a K24. Wilson just lifted that up.
Yeah, it's heavy, but
It's heavy, but use your back more. Now jump up and down with it.
yeah, right.
But yeah, we got this K24. It's got the RBB head, which is the true VTEC head on these motors. I got some E92 M3 ITBs off of S62, I think is what that motor is. It's an E92 M3. It's whatever 4.2 liter V8 or 4. I don't know. Whatever.
2 liter V8.
4 something liter V8 in there. So I figure 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we're in the ballpark of, and this is a 2.4 liter. So we're gonna make an adapter. I think I'm gonna make it out of some sort of thermally insulating material to keep the heat of the head out of the bodies of the throttles bodies that I almost just dropped. So we're gonna let those sit right down there. A G260 out of a 6-cylinder E30, $100, perfect. We have an adapter plate to adapt this K-series to the jet rag, and then a flywheel, and this works with an E46 flywheel. We got this stuff from K Miata. They sell the adapter plate and the flywheel. Probably just gonna swap it in, get the throttle bodies working, build an exhaust for it, get all that fitted up, and then once it's running good, I think we'll probably dress it up a little bit.
Yeah.
We really want to get it swapped in. We're gonna be doing that in a few episodes from now, but we wanted to get some of the air ride stuff sorted out first because we are bag riders after all, and it's not just gonna be bags and wheels on this E30, fortunately. So yeah, this is the K24 that's going in our E30 wagon. Just enjoying the sun.
This would be on a nice Vermont day.
It's been so cold. It snowed the other day.
For reference, it's the middle of May, so. Taylor, what the hell are you listening to?
My anthem, dude. Alright, I'm over it.
Cars for sale.
Alright, so that's a wrap for this episode. Next time, I'll be... Actually, no, that's not a wrap for this episode because I'm going to work on the rest of it this week. Just kidding. Here's some more of me working on the car. All right, so today is a new day. Got to thank Wilson for coming out here and helping me with that stuff yesterday. The plan of attack today is to start really trying to map out the management. I got some plywood to mock this up. Later going to replace it with some MDF because you really should be putting MDF in the back of your car, not plywood. I really want to do the wood look, but you really shouldn't be putting wood in the back of your car, especially in like a crunch zone here, because if you get somebody rear-ending you, that wood can go straight into your passengers, which is not a good thing. That's kind of the look I want to be going with this car. I'm going to do some other wood stuff like shift knob and steering wheel and possibly some other accents in the car. I'll try to keep them as thin as I can to mitigate any of that potential danger that we are so concerned about. I'm going to clean this all out, vacuum it, and then put the trim back in here, because we want to try to reuse the trim that was up here that had like the speaker deck on it. From there, I'm going to measure the first cuts to this piece of plywood, and then we'll go from there. Time to see if my measurements are accurate. So what I'm gonna do actually right now is I'm gonna replace this piece that went behind the seats here, and I'm gonna make another wood platform that goes up against the seat, and then probably out here maybe a subwoofer box, because we want a bump. So I've got the base of the management pretty much to a point where I gotta do some thinking, but this is kind of how I want to do the management back here. Like I said, I'm gonna replace the plywood with MDF for safety. Safety third. I think the next thing will be to make a platform for in there. Got the battery. The battery could go in the spare tire well. Would make life easy. All right, so I got the spare tire platform in. Drill the hole out of here. Squared off corners. Doesn't need to be perfectly round. Not really sure how I'm gonna secure it yet. But yeah, so this is where the electrical components will live. I'll map that stuff out, and then I guess I may also relocate the battery down in there. I'm gonna just lay some stuff out there, see what I'm looking at for now, so stay tuned. All right, so that was quick. Got the battery and the manifold. Not really working with much here, but I think I actually may be able to do the battery in here. I'll do some sort of tie down that clamps it down to the wood. I'm thinking the power distribution block will either go here or here. We'll do some bulkheads out, maybe the side for each individual corner. But that's currently what I'm thinking. Obviously subject to change, but that's where we're at right now. All right, so I got me some MDF. We're about to do the hot swap from plywood to MDF, so stick around for some magic. Okay, it's magic. MDF is built up and in. I'm gonna stick with these mounts that came with the tanks. They're gonna work fine enough. I just tested one out. Get all these lines to mark out the center line for the tanks. As you can see, I have to kind of drill it offset. This one landed a little bit left of center, so I'm gonna adapt slightly. It's gonna mount up okay. These actually threaded into the MDF. I used a tight drill bit, but I may actually countersink that hole a little bit. I have a blanking on the type of tool. Spade bit. That's what it is. It's a spade bit. So I got one of these, 1.25 inch. I got 1.25 inch washers as well, because with the MDF, splits easy, so you kind of want to distribute the load a little bit. I'll probably do that. Probably bore it maybe 1/4 inch or so that I can get a full nut on there. But so far so good. It's looking pretty promising, if you ask me. Okie dokie. So everything's got holes. The next step is to take that spade bit, take a little material out of here so that I can get some threads on those bolts. Same thing with the tanks. So pull everything off, flip her over, and spade away. As you can see, what I was trying to achieve was a nice little place for these washers to sink into, as well as get us enough thread engagement on the bolts that'll go through here. So when I finally fasten all this stuff down, I'll probably go through with some Loctite. Had a moment there. But next time I will be continuing the work on this management. For now, this is where I'm leaving you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.